Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Carole and Tuesday episode 16. Last time on Carole and Tuesday, we had kind of a weird episode. I don't think episode 15 was anywhere near my favorites list of favorite Carole and Tuesday episodes, and I'm really not sure what they were going for with that episode in particular. Specifically, the main chunk of it, the singer guy who we meet as a one-off character, and he gets introduced, and like super briefly we talk to him and he sings two songs and then he just like not dies. I mean, his vitals are still going, so I guess he just goes into a coma. Now clearly they were trying for like some meaning or symbolism there, but I'm really not sure what it was supposed to be, or like why, or whether it will matter, or whether it will play into anything we do in the future. I hope it does. I hope that it kind of gets redeemed by what happens later. And like, there's maybe a moment where we go, oh, that's why that was there. But I'm not too confident that that's gonna happen. We'll see. We'll see. We'll keep an open mind out for it. But so there was that, and then at the same time that he's singing and dying, we see Tuesday's mom like Valerie giving her speeches, and very like warmongering-y and very like fear driven rhetoric. Not good. So I wondered if there was something going on with like this is symbolically the death of artistry or genuineness or something, as Valerie rises and this guy dies. But somehow that doesn't seem to quite click or line up as a thematic or symbolic thing. Actually, I don't know why we're talking about this. It was a one-off episode. It wasn't super good, I don't think. There were some cool things in it. There were some nice reminders of like what we know is going on in the world, and just being like, hey, remember reporter guys out there doing stuff, and hey, remember this is happening. But I don't feel like the last episode pushed anything forward in any meaningful way. I think the only thing that really happened was they released their song. But even that didn't have an effect on basically anything. I guess maybe the release of the song was the reason that they got in to see this guy, but I'm not actually sure why they went to see this guy. It's just kind of confusing. Anyway, probably irrelevant, because we're probably never ever going to mention anything that happened in the previous episode again. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there will be a bunch of stuff. I am really hoping that we just like choose a part of the ongoing thready story thing and just push it forward a bit, and then like touch on a couple of other things. That's what I would really like to see in episode 16 of Carole and Tuesday. I would like to see one of our many story threads not just be shown to us and like, hey, remember this is happening, but something to actually happen in it that changes something and causes something to happen. You know, like story. That would be good. And if it's just a focus on C&T recording more songs, or like writing a new song, or dealing with whatever, then sure, fine, great, whatever. But I would really like some information on Angela's stalker, some ideas on what the hell Tao is doing with the digital Angela, all that stuff. That whole Angela bit, I'd like that. I'd like to further the Valerie stuff. There's something interesting going on with, I don't remember the brother's name, but the brother, and the reporter, and Valerie, like all of that stuff is intriguing, and the whole thing with AI is mixed in with politics in there. Very interesting. Would love to see more of it. I'd love to have like meat of it, you know? I feel like I've just been in an endless stream of appetizers. Anyway, we're gonna watch episode 16. We're gonna hope that it's real good. I I'm not gonna drop the show even if it doesn't get much better. Because I like the show and we're already invested. And I like the characters and all that stuff. I would like to really kick this story into gear and get some things happening on screen. That would be nice. So let's see if that's what we get. I have episode 16 of Carole and Tuesday up and ready to go. It is at 0 seconds. There will be two versions of this reaction video. A picture-in-picture version with the video up there in the description. Timer-based version up on YouTube with just a timer there in the corner, which will start at the beginning of the episode. And then I'll have any discussion I want to do at the end of the episode. And if you want to sync up with your own version of Carole and Tuesday, that's the plan. So get it ready because the timer's coming right now. Yeah. I guess we're going to mention it. And then Unnatural Woman. Ah. 73rd. Yeah. Hey, not bad. What? We're not gonna knock the charts over on an independent release first single. Top 3. Ah. Marketing team. Sure. Okay. Does that exist on Mars as well? Cool. Add an element. We get the drums coming in. Oh. Well, looks like we're about to run into some. Is one of them gonna be Skip? Nah. Oh wait, he's guitar, not bass. Hi. The exact people we need. Who are you? Yay, perfect. All right. Batman? This is the guy who I think is the stalker, right? The new manager guy? No one thinks about you more than I. That's the kind of thing a stalker would say. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Do you now? This feels like it's all a misdirect, but like a really heavy-handed one. Is that the outfit she used for like one of her ads or something? You only need one knight. So that implies that that he's not the knight. Okay. I'm still thinking maybe a rogue AI. Who? Flora looks like she's had better days. Or weeks. Or years. I'm down. Okay. Wow, a full flashback. Okay. Wow, in the city. Wow, young Gus. And then you heard her. Yeah. Hey, young Gus, the smooth guy. The freaking village people. All right. Nah, you're a sweetheart. All right, honey. In an old VW bus. All right. Classic. Same place. So why hasn't she been singing? I get the feeling she hasn't been. Ah, of course. But she'll do anything for it, right? So they parted ways. Damn. And she crashed just as hard, right? So this is like the Angela path, right? So what went wrong? I. I'll. Yeah. Drugs. Stay with him? No, nothing. What happened? Yeah. Yeah. But why? What trauma? You're a good dude, Gus. You're good. You're a good fucking dude. That's a mood. She's gone? Shit. Yeah. This is more important. Yeah. What happened, man? Right? Yep. Drugs. Alone at the top. Wow. It wouldn't hurt so much if she didn't. Now there's an idea. So, is this gonna be a two-parter? 7 minutes left. By the fountain? Hmm. 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 I doubt it. Now you can. Now you can. Still got that smooth, Gus. Solid, classic, and groovy. Mm. Did they make it? Oh, that wasn't the. Okay. All right. Whoa. Guy on the left is just frozen. She gonna get up there and nah, sing with them? Nah. Hey, feeling it. Aww. Okay. I think this was a really solid episode. Um, Seems to me that there was a clear idea here and it was executed really well. We kind of focused like specifically on one thing and then focused on it and then stuck with it. Basically nothing on Valerie, nothing on that whole family situation, almost nothing on Angela, just that short moment where her new manager guy says some things that make him sound kind of creepy and stalkery, but then we get a thing that occurs from the Black Knight stalker guy, which strongly implies that they're not the same person. Okay, great, but not enough to like get conjectury, you know. But then the massive bulk of the episode is a certain thing that happens that has to do with the power of music and also happens to fit in with Carole and Tuesday pushing their career forward. So they debuted their song. They gotta keep going. Gotta get more people interested in them. So they're gonna do a performance at South by Southwest, which makes perfect sense. And that's what they do. But like, it would make sense perfectly, be totally fine if that was just the reason, because it makes sense. It's what they need to do to continue furthering their career. But we double down a little bit and we tie it into a Gus backstory with a cool flashback, a cool interpretation and like a vision of young Gus. I like young Gus. He's skinny to the point of almost being scrawny, and he's got the hair and the dew and the whole thing and the same tats and stuff, and he has an aura about him that is like, yep, this is who Gus was before things got hard and he got older and chubby. Like this, that's, I believe it 100%. That's Gus. Smooth and suave, which he still has a bit, but also a goofball. Lovely. And then the core, the core of the episode, the emotional core is, I don't know, I think you can sum it up with a statement like music can save people, or music matters even. Um, this is explicit in the episode, right? Carole is like, you came to my refugee camp. You're the reason I'm into music, and I value that. And we can probably pay it back with music, and that's exactly what they do. They well, she Flora is a woman who is closed off, right? When we see her, I think in almost every scene we see her, she has her arms crossed tightly across her stomach, and is hunched or like slouching, always always sort of looking off into the middle distance, extremely blank. But then she also, just in her design, she's older, she's haggard, and the gauntness in her cheeks immediately implies like struggles with alcoholism or drugs, which we then see later. She is the washed up star. But what makes her so interesting is we don't get any details on it. Not from the start. We figure all this stuff out just from visuals, just from her lack of responsiveness, from the way that she hardly responds or hardly reacts to anything. I mean, hell, in this situation, she and Gus haven't seen each other for decades, and her reaction is non-existent. She's like a dead woman walking, and she sells it. The animation, all of it, it sells it. So then we get this cool vision of the past of Mars, as the vibrant city that we know and have come to love is being built, is being constructed. It's not there yet. It's more frontiery. And then we got the friggin' village people up there. Cool. The flowers set up. And this is our first meeting of young Gus. Also, this guy, what are you looking at, young dude? What? He's like eyeing that flower. Like, hey, girl. All right. So then he hears her, and it's pretty gorgeous. The lights come on. Yeah. This is I love that. That's great. So just like, hi, I don't know you, but I'm just gonna walk right up and get on my knee, and you need me. I'm gonna be your manager. Let's do this. And hey, off we go. We get some classic stuff, the VW bus, the suitcase, the live house bar. Yeah. She goes, she sings, we get the contract, the job offer. I quite like this scene, how there's the moment of like, oh, oops, and then he's like, wait, but important things, just let me talk for a second. We got a thing, it's awesome. And then when he tells her the good news, like all pretense is dropped, along with the thing that she's using to cover herself. But then we get this scene, and this also adds a bit to the scene from before when we saw Gus refuse. A sort of a similar deal for Carole and Tuesday, right? Turned them down. He's got experience with this kind of a deal, and it's gone bad in the past. But it also makes perfect sense, given what we know about her, that she would do anything to make it, to get rich, to become famous, to get there. So of course, given the opportunity, of course. But of course, the regret that comes with that. She lost her one real human connection, like the person who really cared about her and not just her as a brand ambassador and career that, you manage, right? She lost that. And so without that in her life or around her, she could be betrayed and thrown away, disposed of. And then she gets in the car and has practically a panic attack, a breakdown. The poor thing. She doesn't have a place to go at all. How far you can fall. And then the other thing is that up until the fall, Flora's story is Angela's story, kind of. I mean, Angela comes from fame already, but sort of a similar sort of managerial situation. Perhaps a warning story. So yeah, she's again sitting on the sitting on the couch, very gaunt, very haggard, crossed. And then it's more than just like her arms being crossed, it's that she's hiding within the jacket as well. Like not putting her arms through the sleeves of the jacket in order to be able to do stuff. She doesn't want to be able to do stuff. She wants to be safe. And so she stays still and doesn't make eye contact and doesn't do anything. Then she finally looks up and perks up just a little bit, talking about Gus a little bit. But all this praise, it's too much. It gets to her. She lies awake. And then we flash back to it, and man, this scene where Gus is just like, all right, you made the choice. Go. Go. I'm not going to hold you. Go. And then as she does, he reaches out and stops himself. Ugh. Ow. Felt that one. Felt that one. I love this cut. The way her hair bounces. Oh, that's so cute. It's great. And I love that Gus running cut. So great. So, yeah, in the what happened to Flora scene, we get the explicit showing us handfuls of drugs and bottles of wine. I really like this background and the whole setup. I like this. I like it a lot. The room and the scene and the way that she like wakes up hungover and like with the light streaming in. It's just, oh God. Yeah. That's real. That's some stuff. Oh no. Yeah. Perfect. And then just the dilapidation and the decay, the posters on the wall, the paintings all crooked, others just thrown and scattered across the floor. Just a hell. Just a hell. I'm sure she still wants to sing. So we find her, and it's kind of like a second chance love story, even if there isn't a romantic element to it, which I mean there could be, but there doesn't necessarily need to be. But it's a sort of a second chance story for them. They had a good thing, and it fell apart for reasons that were partly in both of their control and partly in neither of their control. For reasons that made sense, for decisions that they made that, in retrospect, they wouldn't probably make again, but at the time made perfect sense. The way that things went, that's just how they happened. But now they get a magic opportunity to try again. And all of the pieces that Gus has been working toward with Carole and Tuesday help him put this piece back together too. I think that's really lovely. And then, of course, as we sing, she begins to nod along and mouth the words, and finally to sing quietly under her breath along with them, to finally regain her contact with music that she had cut herself off from for so long. I think that's pretty wonderful. I think that's a great little strong in like self-contained story. It's really solid. I will mention just running into the exact backing group that you need is contrived as fuck, and I kind of found it funny because of that. If it was less aware of exactly what it was doing, then it could be really bad, but it's so deeply aware. Like the way that it'd be good to have a rhythm section, and then we start hearing the drums in the background. In fact, we hear the whole trio in the background, and then we get these flash cuts giving us the introductions, but not introductions to the characters, because the characters do not matter one bit at all. In fact, I doubt we'll ever get names for them. I don't think it matters. They just happen to play those instruments. Like, and then they're given somewhat goofy character designs because they're going to be on screen occasionally. Like, this guy, I don't know what he looks like. He looks like something, though. With the eyes. They're weird. And the nerdy guy with the thing. Oh, jeez. I don't know how I feel about those. Then we have our one moment where he says some creepy shit. No one thinks about you more than I do. I want to be your knight. You know, I want to protect you. I want to be your knight, like the Black Knight. But then she gets home and, well, it kind of couldn't have been him because he just dropped her off. It would have taken a really elaborate setup, so something else going on here. Someone else. And then, yeah, you only need one knight. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. So yeah, I think the weirdest part of this episode is that we just run into the band members that we need on the day that we need them. Yay. And then we just run into our plot as well. Alright. That said, the plot that we got was good plot, so I'm happy with it. Pretty solid episode. I hope they continue an upward trend. Good stuff. That's gonna be it for me. So I've been Teeaboo. This has been Carole and Tuesday, episode 16. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next one, where hopefully we get another solid episode. See you there. Peace.